We haven't normalized the idea that you gain when you travel. We haven't normalized the idea that you gain so much. So those people do ask me, hey Ken, how do you travel so much? How do you manage to travel so much? Yeah. Traveling, first of all, is quite expensive. So most people will be like, I don't think it's something that I want to do now. If I'm still trying to plan my future, I'm still trying to think about what I want to do in my life. I still want to build wealth. The thing is, you have to realize that every single day that you wake up, you are living your life. Yeah, you're already consuming it. If it was like, if your life was like something packaged in a basket, right? If it was like, let's say, some stuff that are just packaged in some kind of box, and you're told that, hey, you're using it bit by bit, bit by bit. Every single day you wake up, you are using that life. You are picking from that box. Each time you wake up, you are picking up from that box. So the idea of thinking that, oh, let me just pick from the box, but when I have just a few left at the bottom, then I'm now able to enjoy. Man, what kind of thinking is that? Like, I'm a finance coach, I'm an investment coach. I'm financially aware as much as you would even think about it. Like, I'm financially aware. But one thing I tell people, you have to enjoy your life today. Man, right now I know we're going into deck, right? Something beautiful about money that most people do not know, and this is a secret, is that money comes where it is loved, where it is utilized, right? Where it flows. Money comes where it flows. So you holding money won't help you make money. And even if you do, at the end of the day, what will it actually impact in your life? I read a nice book that's called Die with Zero. It's an amazing book. I did a review on it, I think, at some point. And it tells you how to make sure that all these things you're working for, all the money that you're working for, you end up dying with nothing. Why? Because I'm working to enjoy it. So what's the essence of me living my life thinking that I'm going to enjoy this money at the end of my life at 60 years old, guys? Probably right now I'm 30 something, guys, and I'm feeling like my knees are starting to get like a bit stiff. Imagine 60, guys. I won't even be able to like fly around the world. I won't be able to enjoy the first class seats. I won't be able to enjoy, amazing things and hikes and adventures and chase waterfalls and mess around, do things that I should be doing. This video is basically to tell you guys how I manage to travel, why I manage to travel that way, and you can do it. You do not need to have a lot of money for you to start traveling today, exploring the world. And the beauties of traveling is just unexplicable. So let me get into it today and just tell you, how do you manage to do it? Remember, here we talk about the money mindset, how to make that money, how to enjoy that money, how to manage that money, how to invest that money, and how to assure yourself a lifetime of income. Basically, financial freedom. When you talk about enjoying that money, remember me, I talk about everything. I talk about the mindset of the money, because money is not just about the physical money. Money is just a means of exchange, guys. Anyways, it's just a paper. It's just paper, printed paper. Money is about mindset, right? Accumulating it, getting it, making it is about mindset. And then you move from your mindset, you move from the bit of the mindset. Then I talk about enjoying that money. I talk about managing that money. I talk about investing that money. And I talk about freedom. Because at the end of that spectrum is freedom. That's what we're looking for. And why are you looking for freedom? For you to enjoy again, right? Because you want to have the freedom to do whatever you want at whatever time. That's the whole essence of it. So the enjoying bit requires you to have a different kind of mindset. Number one, personally, I've decided on the things that I love. I have decided that, you know what, I'm going to take away everything that I do for the sake of society. Everything I do because I want to please somebody. Everything I do because someone said I should do it. Everything I do because, I'm expected to do it at a certain age. I take those ones out. I don't put money on them. A lot of us are spending money on the wrong things. You spend money to please people. You spend money to please your family. You spend money to please your friends. You spend money to buy very expensive things that are not really serving you, but are serving the external validation, right? They are serving the people looking at you. They're about you feeling good, but not actually you being in a good place, you being fulfilled. It's about that good what do you call it, dopamine. Those people think that I'm so rich, I have a nice car, I have a nice whatever, I live in a very nice expensive estate, while you're struggling to pay the rent in that estate, you're struggling to pay the mortgage. So what I've done is I've gotten to a mindset whereby I have eliminated all those things of external validation, and therefore it means every single money that I get, either it's invested or is fully serving me, or is serving the people that I love in a way that I'm not looking for validation, in a way that I'm actually assisting and helping them, right? So the first thing is remove all the noise from your life, remove all these things about what people want, and just look at your life. A lot of things, one thing we don't realize is we do them because we were taught to do them. Like, it became normal to do these things when you're growing up. Parents did them, people around you did them, so it became normal. It became normal to, let's say, buy this kind of car. It became normal to, let's say, buy land. It became normal to, let's say, build in Ushago. It became normal to, let's say, get married very early. If it doesn't serve you, get it out of the way, because all these things require money, right? So it means that the money you would be using, let's say, to explore the world, is going into these things that validate life outside your own existence. So very deep, but that's the first bit. That's the first bit, very important. It means most of the money that I get, I focus on putting it in where I actually love doing those things. Like, I enjoy doing those things, and I love traveling, I love exploring, I love adventure, I love seeing new countries almost every single month. It's just one of the best things, right? I put my money where I am actually enjoying, not trying to make someone happy. The other thing I do that makes me travel the world at a very early age, at a young age, and while I'm also building wealth and making sure that I don't go back to that cycle of poverty, is finding ways in which you can earn money from that traveling. There are so many ways people earn money from doing the things they love. There are so many ways you can monetize doing things that you enjoy. There are so many ways in which you can invest in the things that you enjoy. At some point, they will give you money. In the beginning, they might not, but at some point, they do. You can monetize content now for traveling, and that can be like your full-time job. We've seen people just make money from traveling around the world. The best job ever, right? Invest in your traveling. Find something that makes you happy. If you like traveling as much, find a way you can invest in it. Find a way you can invest and give value around that area. So you end up enjoying what you love, doing what you love, and also monetizing it and getting money out of it. So monetizing what you love is another way in which you can enjoy and travel as you build wealth. So it doesn't have to be about you taking your salary and taking your income and putting it to travel. It's about you making money from that passion. Invest in it. And there are so many ways you can invest in it. There's like 1,000 ways you can invest in something like traveling. It doesn't mean you have to invest, open a company. You can even invest in traveling companies, put money into them so that as you travel with those companies, you're also getting shares of those companies. There's 1,000 ways in which you can invest in them. You can even have a pot that is invested in a different place that is only funding your travels. And then you focus so much on putting money into that investment such that this is for me living my life, because this is part of you living. Like I said, you are every single day you are picking from that box, that package, right? And then once you start traveling, think about the benefits of traveling. So my personal story is, I know the benefits I get from traveling. I know the benefits of exposure. I know the way I reason now compared to the way I used to reason when I was still probably in Kenya fully. I was smart, I was a hustler, I was outgoing, I was whatever, but my perspective of the world was different at the time. When I got out here and I saw the world, I realized, man, there's a completely different perspective to what I know as a person, to what I'm used to as a person. So you need to understand the benefits, even financially speaking, of traveling. If you know the benefit of something like traveling, then you will find it easy to put your money into traveling, because you know what you're likely to get. You make connections out here, you network, you meet people, you meet different perspectives, you see different opportunities, you see different things that could actually change your life, you see different ways of seeing life. You change your mindset. And therefore, sometimes even the things that stress you as you strive for the goals that you have, they just disappear, because you realize out here in this larger scheme of things, those things that stress you are just nonsense. So if you think of it in that sense, you will going to put money in the traveling, not because you're wasting money, but because you're actually gaining something. We haven't normalized the idea that you gain when you travel. We haven't normalized the idea that you gain so much when you travel. And so we think it's just something you do for the sake of it, or for some kind of short-term dopamine, and then it's done. And then finally, it's about balance. Guys, I talk about money, like I say, I talk about money on this channel all the time, but it's about balance. If you want to see my other life, I have Ken Adventures. I do travels there. I used to do travel on this channel, and then I moved them to a different channel, Ken Adventures. In there, I travel, I work out, I do things. Like, there's a life outside finance. There's a life outside saving. There's a life outside investing. There's a life outside all the money talks. Like I said, money is just supposed to give you freedom for you to be able to do the things that you love, right? So I'm not all about money, right? I have life, I do things that I love. That balance is important. If you don't learn that balance, you're going to be so frustrated. You can even end up making all the money you want, but you'll never enjoy it. Why? Because you didn't learn the balance. And that's why we have a lot of rich people who don't actually enjoy their money. While some of us who started making money, we came out of poverty, out of poor families, and we started making money and enjoying it fully. We have a much richer and exposed and fuller lifestyles. You know, we are happier, we are easier, we are not chasing everything in the world, we are content. And trust me, there's no good place to be as being content with where you are in your life. So as you go into December, enjoy your life, but also remember the finance bit still, right? Till next time, guys, I'm out.